slab off here and get one tube of 6 out of there, right? Actually, I'm going to make these. This is obviously a dead cedar. It's all dried out. Moisture in this tree is probably at 9%. Well, why don't I just show you? Let's just prove to see if I'm right or see if I'm wrong. We'll just get out this moisture meter here, and we'll see if we can turn this thing on. See, it's set to wood. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm going to stick these probes right in here. Okay, so it's at 15%. And there you go. Now, I know you can't tell on camera what size of log we're working with here, but this stands, that's 14.5 inches right there. You can see that. And it's a little over 10 inches on this one. I've got it cut down to 5.5 inches. Across. I'm making this dimensional lumber. That's 5.5 inches, and I'm going to make it 1.5 inches by 5.5. The blade right now off the deck is 9 inches. So now I'm going to come down. Now I'm at 7.5. That will give me 1.5 inches board. There's me a nice tube of 6 to go with the rest of my stack over here. I'm going to try to put over here. Two things you I sort of try to keep in my mind while I'm milling. All right, I was at 7.5, so if I come down to 6, now I'll be cutting another 1.5 inches. I want to try to remember where my stops are at all times. As we all know that run a bandsaw or a manual bandsaw mill, there's two kinds of sawyers. And I'm not a sawyer. I'm not going to use that term that lightly, because I have such high respect for those who actually are sawyers. I'm a cobbler. But there's two kinds of people that run manual bandsaw mills. Those who are willing to admit they've hit a log stop, and those who are not willing. If you'll notice how much water's coming out of this thing, I run a good bit of water. And there are those who would say that I'm wasting water. Well, maybe. not just running water. I'm running a spindle lubricant. I actually have a combination of fluid coming out of this tank. It's water, a spindle lubricant, and a little windshield washer fluid just to keep it from freezing. That combination, if you'll take a look at that blade, I'm going to drop that down to 3 inches right there. If you have ever noticed on cedar posts out in a pasture, maybe they were 4, 5, 6 inches in diameter when they were put in the ground, and now they've been in the ground 50 years. You notice how them 6 inches posts at one time, now they're down to about 3 inches in diameter. Well, what's left of that post, what's rotted off, or been chewed off, or been wore off, is the sapwood. It was the white part of a cedar. That red part is what's remaining. And that stuff, that heart red, so I've been told, that's what lasts.